You've probably seen the headlines, "Rich kids inherit millions." But what if I told you the real inheritance isn't just money? It's a way of thinking that starts before they even lose their front teeth. Forget the flashy cars and designer clothes for a second. We're talking about a generational wealth secret, a mindset cultivated so early that by the time many of us are learning basic arithmetic, these kids are already thinking like entrepreneurs, investors, and owners, not just consumers. This isn't about being born with a silver spoon. It's about being taught how to polish it, melt it down, and turn it into something even more valuable. In this video, we'll peel back the curtain on how this owner's mindset is instilled, and crucially, how you can start applying these same principles to build your own wealth, no matter your starting point. The problem for most people, especially young adults starting their financial journey, is that our default programming from society often encourages a consumer or employee mindset. We're taught to earn money, spend money, maybe save a little, and then work for someone else's company. It's a perfectly valid path, but it rarely leads to true generational wealth. The challenge then becomes, how do you break free from this pattern and start thinking like someone who owns the assets rather than just using them? Now imagine little 6-year-old Sophia, whose parents own a small chain of boutiques. While her peers are setting up lemonade stands to buy candy, Sophia might be helping her mom price inventory, or sorting clothes, or even just listening in on conversations about profit margins and supplier negotiations. She's not just playing, she's absorbing the mechanics of a business. Her allowance isn't a handout, it's often tied to tasks that contribute to the family's enterprise. Whether that's helping around the house or a simulated mini-business where she learns to manage her own small budget, making decisions about where to invest her coins for maximum return, even if that return is just a new toy she genuinely earned. This isn't abstract theory for her, it's life. This early exposure isn't accidental. Wealthy families intentionally expose their children to the language of business. Assets, liabilities, revenue, profit, cash flow, not as intimidating financial jargon, but as everyday concepts. They're taught that money isn't just for spending. It's a tool, a seed that can be planted to grow more money. They might be given a small sum to invest in a stock game or a simple family venture, learning about risk and reward firsthand. Instead of buying every new gadget, they're encouraged to ask, how is this made? Who owns the company? How do they make money? They're trained to see opportunities, not just products. This isn't about privilege, it's about perspective. The climax here is realizing this isn't some innate gene for wealth. It's a learned behavior, a deliberate form of education that prioritizes understanding ownership, value creation, and financial systems. It's the difference between asking for money to buy something and asking for money to start something. By age 10, many of these kids aren't just dreaming of what they'll buy, they're quietly absorbing lessons on what they can build, own, and improve. They're internalizing the idea that wealth is generated through owning things that produce income, not just by earning a salary. So the secret isn't complicated. It's about shifting from a consumer mindset to an owner's mindset, understanding assets, and teaching value creation early. It's about viewing money as a tool for investment, not just expenditure. If you want to dive deeper into how to apply these owner's principles in your own life, check out our next video right here.